Autumn is a golden time. The whole nature begins to prepare for a long sleep, trees begin to shed their lush foliage, water is covered with a thin layer of ice, protecting its inhabitants, animals carefully prepare food supplies for the cold season, and some are going to sleep for several months. Of course, everyone has been familiar with the methods of preparing animals for winter since childhood. But is everything really that simple? Nature has created unique adaptations for birds and animals, so that they can survive in harsh conditions. For example, a capercaillie swallows small stones in order to grind solid food with them in winter, for example, seeds of cones. A chipmunk is able to transfer up to 10 kilograms of grain and nuts in cheek bags to its burrow. What can we say about such an amazing phenomenon as animal hibernation? Hibernation is the body's reaction to temperature changes. In other words, it is a way of survival characterized by a decrease in body temperature and a reduction in heart rate. Getting ready for bed, the animals stock up on fat and prepare a shelter that is well protected from predators. During hibernation, the body temperature of the animal can drop 10 times its normal. So, for example, in a dormouse, this is a small rodent, the temperature drops from 38 degrees to 3.7. The heart slows down to 3 to 5 beats per minute, and in California ground squirrels it can even drop to 1 beat. Breathing decreases by 10 times. In general, all the activity of the body is minimized. The most striking preparation for hibernation occurs in the cold-blooded. When the body cools, ice forms in their organs. This is very strange, because the animal can die from dehydration, or burst from the ice penetrating them. However, the American forest frog perfectly copes with this. She fills her body with glycogen, which guarantees the safety of organs. In the spring, the frog simply thaws and consumes glucose, which is obtained from glycogen, into energy. But some amphibians survive the winter at the bottom of reservoirs, burrowing into or breathing with their skin. Interesting fact: snakes, turtles, lizards and frogs can be put into hibernation on their own. You just need to lower the temperature and change the light mode. But the hibernation of the ground squirrel, prairie dog and bear is not considered hibernation. You can call it a nap, since they can be easily woken up. Yes, all the vital activity of their body also slows down, but at the level of ordinary sleep. It is clear that fat and food reserves are the key to the survival of these animals during hibernation. A bear can consume up to 20,000 calories in one day and accumulate about 15 centimeters of fat over the summer. It would seem that what can disturb him in winter? For example, the appearance of cubs and taking care of them. Ground squirrels are probably afraid to sleep through the spring. They wake up to touch the earthen plug that closes the entrance to the burrow in order to determine by the temperature of the plug whether spring has come. What are the pros and cons of hibernation? Pros, of course, reduced energy consumption. Animals would not be able to survive awake in the absence of sources of energy replenishment, i.e. food. Thus, they can spend 4 to 7 months in a dream due to the reserves of fat and nutrients. Minuses: decreased immunity, the possibility of dying from exhaustion and dehydration, muscle atrophy, and of course, predators have not been cancelled. Naturally, animal hibernation is studied for a reason. Having the ability to isolate those chemicals that put mammals into hibernation, it would be possible to use them in surgery during certain operations.